Hello.
Hello.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Junaid. So have we practiced the yesterday's class? Yesterday's class?
Yesterday's class practice చేశాను అంటే బిఫోర్ అంతకుముందు ప్రాక్టీస్ చేశాను. Yesterday and one more thing అంటే వీడియోస్ నేను ఇంకా అది డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోలేదు సార్ రికార్డింగ్స్.
ఓకే.
మొబైల్ మీద మళ్ళీ వచ్చేస్తుంది.
ఓకే.
అది
సో ఎక్కడ ఏ ఫోల్డర్ ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాయి వీడియోస్?
ఫోల్డర్ అదే మెయిల్ తను లింక్ పంపించింది.
లింక్ పంపించిందా? ఓకే ఫైన్.
మెయిల్ పెట్టింది.
ఓకే.
మనం ఇది అండ్ ఇది
ఒకసారి అడుగు ఎక్కువ ఐ మీన్ ఏమంటారు వీడియోస్ ఏ టైం లోపల డౌన్లోడ్ చేసుకోవాలనేది ఒకసారి కనుక్కో. మరి 4-5 days తర్వాత మరి అక్కడ నుంచి క్లౌడ్ లోంచి డిలీట్ చేస్తే మరి ఇబ్బంది కదా.
అవును సార్, అంటే మండే నేను ఖచ్చితంగా చేసుకుంటా. మండే మొబైల్ అది డిస్ప్లే పోయింది.
ఓకే. ఆమెకు ఒక మాట చెప్పి పెట్టి మరి డిలీట్ చేయొద్దండి ఓల్డ్ వే అన్నట్టు.
ఓకే, ఈరోజు మాట్లాడాలి.
ఓకే. సో మనం స్ట్రింగ్ ఫంక్షన్స్ డిస్కస్ చేసాం కదా లాస్ట్ క్లాస్.
అగ్రిగేట్ అవి డిస్కస్ చేసాం అన్నమాట. కౌంట్
ఎనీ డౌట్స్?
ఓకే
క్లియర్. ఓకే. Just a minute. Okay, so we will today discuss about mathematical functions. Okay, the second type of functions. Okay, so in mathematical functions we have a lot of functions to discuss about. We can just kind of explore around. Okay, so for everything mathematical expression we have a function here in SQL.
Hello.
Yeah.
Voice missing, sir.
వినిపిస్తున్నాను.
డిస్కనెక్ట్ అయింది.
Okay. Okay, so I was talking about mathematical functions. Okay. So for every expression in mathematical functions we have a different functions here in SQL. So there are I can say a lot of mathematical functions here. Okay. So we will just see a few of them, not all of them. Okay, so you can just explore around. So based on your use case you can just explore around SQL for the different kinds of functions. Okay. Let me just share my screen. Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Okay. Hmm. Hello.
Hello, yes, sir.
Hey, Jen, sorry, I was on mute. I was talking the whole time, man.
Oh, sir, yes.
Yeah. I thought you were also just silently listening. So,
Yeah.
yeah. I just now checked. I was on.
Someone has talked to you, no? That's why I
Yeah.
felt you're talking to someone.
Okay. Yeah. I was on mute. I just continued to talk. It's okay. Yeah. So you understood this? I mean, sorry. So this is the first
Yeah.
function. This is square root. Okay. So
Okay.
this is the function name we have to use for square root. Okay, we have to give square root of any number gives you a square root value. So if you see, if you select square root of 625, it will give you 25.
25.
Yeah, you know square roots, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So and the same, if you select square of 25, it will give you 625. 25 to 25 is 625, right?
625, yeah.
Yeah. So that's the square of the value. If you want log values of a value, you can just take log of some value. Okay. And you have
actually, this is the first time I've ever talked about these functions. No one is discussed about this.
okay.
Mostly
Yeah,
these are
no.
not useful. I think they thought.
Yeah, it's not like they are not useful. Whenever you have to do apply some logics or do some calculations, so this will be useful. You, instead of writing the calculation for this one, okay, so you can just use if you have to write 25 to 25, instead of writing that, you can
Instead
just
of
make use
writing
of
that,
this square.
we can use just simply
Yeah,
square of 25.
yeah. So that way, people will get to know that you'll have some deep knowledge of functions also. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So the other ones are round off, round function. Okay.
Round.
Yeah. So if you see here, this is the round off function. Okay.
Round off.
So yeah. So round off function means after the point. So how many digits you want, you can specify. Okay. So after here, I have three decimal points. Okay. So here, this is the number which will specify. So how many decimal points you want after the point in the final result. Okay. So if I want one here, okay, this number will be rounded off to only one decimal point. Okay. You know how the rounding off works? Do you know how the round off works in usual way?
It means usually I give a round figure like that.
Okay. So yeah.
Exact
So
value.
the thing is, so whenever, let's say for this value, so the last number is 7, right?
Yeah.
So how the round off works is it checks whether the number is after 5 or below 5. Okay.
Yeah. Before.
So whenever the number is after 5, so
Above 5,
the
it will
then
consider.
the previous number, it will be rounded off to greater than 5 number. Okay.
Yeah.
That is might be 10. Okay. So for here, likewise the same value. So here also the 9 is also greater than 5.
Yeah.
So the next number, when you try to round off, the 8 will become 9 here.
Yeah.
Okay. So let's see. So I want to round it off to only 2 decimal points. So if you see what again, it has come as 2. Not changing. Okay. Yeah. So how we have got this 900 is, so 7 is greater than 5, right? So it will be rounded off to some 10th value. Okay.
Yeah.
So we call it as 10th value. Okay. So 10th value is also a greater than 5 again here. If you see,
Yeah.
the second value is also greater than 10th value. So this will become the highest number. So 1 will be added to this one. Okay. 1 will be added to the previous number. So it has become 9. So if let's say if I take 4 here, so it has become 890 now.
Yeah.
Right. So why? Because so 4 is less than 5.
Yes. It will consider as 0.
It will, yeah, it will consider the previous highest
Below value.
here. Yeah, below value. So if I consider 6 here, so it is greater than 5. So it will take the nearest round of here. What is that? 900.
Yeah.
So how did it consider 900?
896,
So it will,
it's nothing but it's mostly near to the 900 value.
yeah.
So it will round figure to 900.
So on the high level we can say that, but previous, I mean, in the deep, the calculation is, it will calculate each digit.
Yeah.
It will calculate and each digit, and it will kind of increase one value or decrease a value.
Okay.
Okay. So, but on the high level, you can say if it is 896, okay, since it has crossed fifth digit, it will get you the next round of number. If it is 4, okay, it is below 5, right? It is below fifth value, fifth number. So it will give you the
890.
lowest nearest round of number. Like this.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Right.
This is how round off works. There is something called ceiling. So it directly gives you the single integer value. Okay, instead of giving some float value, ceiling will always give you an integer value. Like it's rounded after rounding off. Okay.
Okay.
And the same way opposite to the ceiling, we have something called floor.
Okay.
Floor will give you the lowest nearest rounded off value. Okay.
Okay. 12.
Yeah. It will be 12. So likewise, we have some this trigonometric functions are also there, right? Cos, tan, cot, all those things, right? So for all these functions, we have we have to use the same cos of value, cos 90, sin 90, like that. Okay. So these are all the different mathematical functions. Okay. So based on your requirement, you can just kind of explore them.
Okay.
We have many more mathematical functions. Okay. So everything will be same. So you have to take the so only some of the things might require to pass an argument like this. Okay. Only just instead of the expression, you have to pass some arguments also. Okay. So here we call them, whatever we give inside the brackets are called arguments. Okay. So this is a function. Okay. For function, we are passing arguments. Okay. So sometime back, so when I ran this query, so we have got an error, right? So the round function requires 2 to 3 arguments. That means at least it should have 2 arguments, but we have provided only 1 argument here, right? So it is asking at least it requires 2 arguments. Okay. So these are all about mathematical functions. Okay. So and so so we cannot say on regular basis,
Yeah.
So based on the requirement, you might have to use them, So let's say you're dealing with some numbers, you have to give the KPI, like the performance numbers. Okay. So let's say yours is a banking company or some retail company, you have to give the higher management the numbers, right? So how would you tell a product? How would you tell a product is performing good? So you will consider the numbers, right? So this is all about data. So finally, the higher management needs only the numbers. So this is all about the higher management is all about numbers. So you never know. You might have to use them. So so every company will not use all simple languages or simple calculations, right? So there might be some requirements where you have to use more complex calculations, like so whenever there is something called customer life value. Okay. So that is a metric which some companies calculate, some big companies calculate, I can say. Okay, not all the companies require this metric. So what does this metric gives you? So how many, like, what are the chances of the customer that is going to buy a product from you, only you again? Is he going to come again to you or not? So most of the companies doesn't need to calculate this. So but high-end companies, only big companies does this calculation. So that's that is one of the complex calculation which you have to perform. That there you have to perform all the square roots things, the sigma things. Okay, all these things you have to perform. So that time, so these might come handy, right? So instead of writing, making your calculation look messy, so you can just make use of these functions, right? So that time, it would be very easy for the reader also, like, and for you also. Yeah. I cannot say like these you will be using in regular on daily basis, but it is good to have and some knowledge of them. Yeah. Yeah. Now we'll move on to string functions. Okay. So string functions also we have a lot of them. So I can say these things we will be using on regular basis. Okay. The string functions. So let's start with left. So this is the left function. How we have to use that is select left of. This is a function and we have to pass arguments for that. Okay, so you have to first first argument you should give is the string which you want to apply the function left on. Okay, you have to give a string for this, on which string you want to do the left function. Okay, so I will say some Microsoft. Okay, so this is the first argument, and the second argument is how many characters on the left side you need to give 2. Let's say 2. Okay, so let's run this. What you've got, only mi, right? So you understood, right? So what left gives you, based on the number of characters you want, based on the argument value of the argument, it gives the number of characters from the string. Okay.
Yeah.
So if I'm taking 4 here, so what will I get?
Just a minute.
Yeah.
It will do a scale only.
Sorry?
No, sir, nothing.
So that's what I'm asking. So what will you get?
Space is also one character.
Yes.
What space?
So if you check the result, so if you see here before, okay, before, I mean, in the beginning also we have a space, right? So that is one character, and these are the other 3 characters.
Yeah.
Okay. So first space after, see,
Oh.
So we have space after SQL. That is the space is considered as fourth character. Okay.
Yeah.
In strings, space is also a character. Okay.
Yeah.
We should not ignore space. Space is also a character here. Okay. Like left, we have right also. The same functionality. Select.
From the right side, it will display how many
Yeah.
characters do we want.
Yeah. Like this. Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
And we have something called substring. Okay. This one I can say we will be using most frequently. Okay. So here the like left. So how left is working? It will give you the left side part of the string, right? So
Yeah.
on the right will give you right side part of the string. Okay.
Yeah.
So let's say if you give right, so if you want in between, you want only micro. So how will we get that? So we will not be able to get by using left or right, no?
Yes.
Right? So you can write in a complex way, you see. So inside the left you have to use right, or inside the right you have to use left, right?
Mm.
So let's say if I give some 9 characters here, so what I'll get?
9 means it means
I'll get Microsoft,
yeah.
right?
Microsoft.
So now I can say left of did I get micro? So this is what I wanted, right? I wanted the word micro, right?
Left of.
So first
Okay. Okay.
consider this
First, it
inside
will.
function.
Yeah.
It will execute this inside
One was
function.
rule.
Okay.
Okay.
Right
Okay.
of SQL Microsoft for 9 characters will give you just Microsoft part, right?
Microsoft.
Right. So
Mm.
and again that result of that this right function will be considered as string for left function.
Left function. Okay. Okay. We
Right.
do
So now
from
left of
left side.
Microsoft comma 5. So
Okay.
it will give you in Microsoft it will give the left 5 characters. That is micro.
Mm.
So we can use functions like this also. Okay.
Okay.
So there is another way to get micro. Okay. Instead of this way. So there is another way. So where we can get micro. I mean, in the if you want the characters in between a string, so you have something called we can make use of substring. Okay. So how substring works is the first argument you have to pass is the character, I mean the string. Okay. And the second argument you have to pass is from where you should start picking up the characters. Okay. From which character you want to pick up
Okay.
the characters. Okay. So if we now I want to pick up the characters from M, right? That I want micro. Then I want to pick my characters from M. So what is the number of this character? Say 1, 2, 3, 4, right? And that is 5. Let's say 5. I'm taking 5. So how till what is the length you want? From fifth character, how many characters you want? From
5.
fifth character, how many characters you want? 5, right?
5 characters.
Let's check this. You've got micro.
Mm.
So that's the thing we wanted, right?
Okay.
So this is how we should use substring. So the first character, the first argument you have to pass is the string. The second argument you have to pass is the starting point from where you want to pick up your string. And the third argument is the length from, I mean, up to how many characters you want to pick up. So that's the length, we call it the length. Okay.
If a string is if a string has more words, then it's difficult to
yeah, if the
all the
string
time
has
we
more
need to
words,
calculate.
Yeah. The string has, if the string is of long length, so you have to calculate, or you might have to find out some pattern inside that. Okay. Okay. So we have something called char index and pat index kind of things. Okay. Where you will be, where they make your life easier. I mean, if you have some, odd characters or some symbols in your string, so it will give you on what is the position of that word. Let's say if you want the position of m here, okay, you don't know. So let's say this is a big string and you're not able to calculate. You don't know from where to start, and you don't know what to give in the starting position. Okay. Since you have more characters here, you're not able to calculate what is the position of m here. Okay. So we have something called char index here. So let's see how this works. Substring, sorry, char index of, here you have to give, so the which character you want to calculate the position. So here I want to calculate the position of m, right? So on which position the m is right now. So I will give m here as first argument, and now I have to give the whole string. Okay. So let's see. So it has given me the position of m here. Okay. So why? Because why we have to use this char index function is because, so like you said, the string might be very long. It might be very big, right? So you may not be able to calculate the position of m. So we call it the position. Okay. So you may not be able to calculate the position of m here. Okay. So in that cases, you can make use of this char index function and get the position of that particular character. Okay. So let's say here in the SQL soft, I want to calculate the position of space. Okay. I have to give space here. Okay. And let's run this. It has given me 4. Okay. Right. The position of space is 4th here, 4, right? So that's what it has given me. So if I want to calculate the position of m, you can give the m here and run this. And now in the substring, you can make use of this function here. Instead of giving the position hard coded, okay, instead of giving the position as a hard coded number, okay, you can pass this one like this. Okay. You getting my point? So this will give you the position of m, right? So you also wanted to start your string from m only, but you don't know the position number, exact position number.
Where it is.
Yeah. Char index will give you the exact position number.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay.
So it will be, your life will be much easier. So this will give you the position for that, and this is the string, and this is the total length you want. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
So for here also, so let's say here you want to calculate, you want to get only till micro, right?
Yes, sir.
So till, so for a O also you can write a char index function, right?
Yeah.
So here I want only 5 characters, right? So 5 characters means it will come only till O. So for that also I can write a character, I mean char index function, right? So how? So tell me how can. So I'm
here we
not
have written
I'm not
char
giving
index
direct length
for.
here. I'm not giving direct length here. I know the ending character, what it will be. Okay. Right. So I can give.
So then we have to give a char index of what will be the end character.
Yeah. I'm taking O here. Right.
Yeah. Then we can give
So instead of 5
Or
here,
instead of 5, we can give that this function.
yeah, the whole function I will give. Okay.
Mm.
What is O? It is calculated 9. Okay.
O means there are two.
No. Let me see. So here we are calculating the carry index of O, right?
Yeah.
So from this string, right?
Yes, sir.
So what is the position of O here in the string? It will calculate from beginning. 1,
Yeah. 1, 2,
2,
3, 4,
3.
5, 9 position.
Yeah. So it has given us 9, right? So it will take 9 number here. That means it will give 5 and it will give 9, right?
Yeah. Okay.
So from
Okay. Okay.
fifth point to, it will take 9 characters.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why we have got
Microsoft.
Microsoft, the whole word, right?
Yeah.
You getting my point?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So this is how we can use functions inside a function again.
Okay.
Okay. So
If
like
we
you
need
said, so
only
we have
micro, then there are. It might be
there
there
are
are two
ways.
O's are there, na, sir?
Yes. So if you want to
In
calculate,
Microsoft,
yeah,
which
that's what. Let me give you
okay.
that also. So if you want to calculate the position of second O,
Yeah.
okay. So if I take O here, sorry, O here, so it will give me what? 9. Okay. So if I
Okay.
want to skip the first O, okay. So let's
Yeah.
see. Let's see whether this will skip or not. Okay. No, it is not working. Okay. Mm, okay. This is how it works. So if you see, uh, so whenever you search for O here, it is giving you 9, right?
Yeah.
So here, what you have to do, if you want to get the position of second O, you have to skip the first O from the string. Okay. So for skipping, so this is the starting point. So this is the third argument where we can give the char index function. So from where it should start searching for O.
Okay. We need to give a position.
Yeah. You have to give the starting position from where it has to search for O. Okay. So what we can do is, so this also we cannot calculate, right, manually if the string is big.
Yeah.
So what we can do is we can write another char index here. Char index of
Char index of O.
O comma
And we need to give a
this
string.
string. Okay. So what this will give us? This will give us 9, right?
Inverted commas.
Yeah. This will give us 9, right? So now this char index will start searching from 9th character.
Yeah.
Right. So the 9th character is anyways O only. So we have to skip that. So we have to add +1 to that. Now this number would be 10. Right.
Okay.
So this char
Ninth
index
position
will
is
give you
O.
9.
Then
Yeah, this char index will give us 9. and we are adding +1 to that. That means this number would become 10.
Start from that position.
Yeah, it will start searching from 10th position. So 10th position is yes, right? It will start searching from here, right? So now if you get the second position, 11.
Okay.
It has given the position of second O, like that. Okay. Clear? About char index. So, and again, we have something called length parameters. Length. So this will calculate the number of characters in a string. Okay. Select length of this string. It will give you the number of characters inside the string. Okay. And we have something called rtrim. So rtrim function will cut off or remove any unwanted spaces on the right side of the string. Okay. Select rtrim. So this is my string. So I have some unwanted spaces here. Okay. So if I do rtrim, so all those spaces will be trimmed off. Let's see the final. If you see, so this is the output I've got. It had trimmed all the unwanted spaces here. Okay. So the same way we have something called ltrim. It would also trim out unwanted
Left side
spaces from left side of the string. Okay. Let's say if I have unwanted spaces on both of the sides, I can make use of both the functions. Okay. We can use anything first. Okay. I'll use left trim first. Okay. So what this ltrim will do?
The left side spaces will remove.
Yeah. Now on top of this, I'll use rtrim again. Let it remove or not. Yeah. So if you see, so on both the sides, the space is removed.
Yes.
Yeah. So you understood, right? How we should, how we can remove both the spaces on both the sides. And there is another thing called reverse. So it will just reverse the string for you. We'll just give you the character, I mean, string in reverse order. That's it. Okay. And there is one more thing called replicate. So for replicate, you have to give an argument. You have to give two arguments. One is a string and how many times you want it to get replicated. Okay. So replicate, you know, right? So to give you the same thing. So here I'm giving 3. See, it will kind of repeat the string. Yeah.
Okay.
Repeat the string for how many times you require here. You want it 6 times, it will give you 6 times. Okay. So here we have got an extra space right here. So how can I remove that?
Using the right trim.
So where should I use that right trim?
After giving the number of times.
Oh, shit. Tell me, sorry.
Nothing, sir. After giving how many times do you want to replicate?
See,
Then
the replicate string will replicate a given given particular string, right? So that means in the 6th time, so I'll get this extra space anyways, right?
Yeah.
So what I can do is I can use rtrim of this here and execute this. Sorry. Didn't I execute this? Okay. Didn't select. Okay, it is working. See here, so the extra unwanted space is removed, right? So this is how we can make use of functions, like a function in other function. Okay. Just a minute. And we have one, discussed reverse, replicate, something called, there is something called stuff. So this function will, will kind of insert another string. So in a string, in the given string, okay.
Sorry, sir.
So we have a string, so that will give us, okay, that's an input, okay. So in between that string, it will kind of insert another word. You can give the starting and ending position in where to insert that another string. So in that place, it will insert another string. Okay. So let's see how this will work. So I have Okay, so this is my string. Okay.
Okay.
So I have to give the starting point here. So and I have to give the ending point also. Okay. Or I'll take some 6. And I have to give my the other string. Okay. So if you see here, so the starting point I've given as 1. The ending point I've given as 6. I mean the length I've
6.
given the length I've taken as 6, right? So it will consider this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 these characters, okay, and replace these characters with the given string, given word. Okay. It
If
will
we give
kind
a
of,
starting position 2 or more, then
yeah,
it
you
will
can
start
give.
from
So it will start from 2, okay, and the ending position is
3 will
6.
remain the same. Okay.
Let's see. So what it has done. So from 2 starting point 2 means it will start from first O, and from there 6 characters. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Like till this things. This part will be replaced with this character. I mean this string. Okay. Clear?
Yes, sir.
So this is about stuff. And so we have something called replace. Select replace sorry SQL class is my string. Okay. So and you have to specify which part you want to replace. So earlier in stuff you have in the starting position and the ending position, right? So
Yeah.
here you can specify the string itself. I want to replace class here with training.
Okay.
It will replace the whole string that you want to replace. Okay. So this is the string you have you have given as input, and this is the string which you want to replace, and this is string with which you want to replace the string. Okay.
Yeah, directly we are giving a string
Yeah.
which will
Instead of giving the
what
starting
the
and the length,
winning position.
we are directly giving the string
Directly
itself.
string one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So these are all the different string functions which we can use. Okay. So tomorrow we will, start with, we'll just finish off the date functions and some conversion functions, and we'll move on to joins. Okay.
Oh.
Fine.
One more thing, I think I remember pat index is also.
Yeah, pat index is also there. Yeah, you can take a look at that. You can try out that. If you have any doubts while practicing, or if you need more clarification, okay, you can tell me. Fine.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Fine. Thank
Okay.
you. Bye.
Bye.